Welcome to the Oakley Podcast, Trucking Business and Family. My name is Jeremy Kellett, Director of Recruiting here at Oakley Trucking. I'm your host for this podcast, and on this episode, I got Megan sitting in with me for the intro, but not on the episode.
No,
Sorry.
I don't know where to look anymore.
but on this episode, Cruz Medrano. He's one of our independent contractors here. This is a great success story of him and how he got started in trucking. How he went from becoming a first-time owner-operator and all nervous about it and the process, and now he's in here 3 years later he's been here, and he's buying his first brand-new flat-top Kenworth. Mm-hmm. Man, it was looking sharp. Yeah, it was looking good.
It's nice, yeah.
He was real excited. So we're going to talk to him. He's real good about, telling it like it is. Is what I like about Cruz. We sat in here, and that's the first time I actually sat down with him and had a long conversation. But, I get him to tell about the dump trailers and operating an end dump, and he'll just tell you exactly the way it is. It's pretty funny. It's good. But, and he talks about his career in the military. He talks about his girlfriend as a professional boxer.
Really?
Yes. So he talks a little bit about that. And his hobbies. Talked about his hobbies. So it's a great episode with Cruz, and he has his own YouTube channel, and we talk a little bit about that too. It's called Cruz Tube, so everybody check out Cruz Tube, CRUZ Tube, and check him out. But good conversation with old Cruz Medrano.
He's a good guy.
He is a good guy.
Really embodies the Oakley spirit too.
Yep.
Always in a good mood whenever you talk to him. He called me a couple of days after he came into trade. And it wasn't about anything serious. It was just something that we were talking about his new truck when he was here. And he's like, hey, you have a second to talk? And I'm like, yeah. And, of course, I'm thinking, hey, I'm pulled over and everything you gave me is wrong. Just immediately thinking the worst. But he wanted to tell me about something on his loan that we had just discussed.
Oh.
While he was in there. He's like, I just thought you might want to know. We were talking about that the other day.
Yeah,
like,
he was super. He was calling us right and left about the truck and the weight of the truck and getting it just right and what he wanted. He did a heck of a job.
It's a good reminder.
Yeah. Have you had a lot of calls over that episode we did on truck trades?
The week after I was just watching your podcast, and I thought I should let you know, or I'm thinking about in the future. I really appreciate those.
So it did help a little bit.
Yeah, it did help. And the weights, just stressing to people how important that is. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think it helped a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mid-America Truck Show.
Yeah, Matt's. It's that time again already.
It is rolling around, and it's going to be good. So we got the whole crew up -1. Excuse me. We've got most of the crew going to Matt's. Megan has to stay back. And
go ahead and make your formal apology now, because everybody's gonna be really sad.
It's gonna be bad. I dread answering all those questions of where's Megan.
I'll make sure if you show up, that's the first thing that you ask.
Where's Megan?
Yeah, no formal hello or anything like that.
The big story is we are in a new location.
Really?
So, yeah. So every year we've been in the West Wing. Well, they have gotten rid of the West Wing. So now we're over in the new part, South Wing, which is, to me, that's always been the fancy part.
Oh, my gosh, really?
Yeah.
And so this is the year I'm not going?
Yeah.
When we're in the fancy part?
It sure is. I didn't think about that.
You're going to have a motley crew there.
Yep.
Without me. Anyway, South Wing. Fancy
South Wing, booth 37433. 37433.
Why don't you tell us who's everybody gonna see there?
Well, we're gonna have a couple guys, Corey and Dustin from recruiting, and we've got a couple of dispatchers going.
Yeah.
Manuel, and I forgot the other one. I'm not sure.
Kyle Haney.
Kyle, that's right. Cool Kyle Haney from Oklahoma is going to be there. So we got that. I'm coming. Annabelle's going to be there. That's probably it right there. Keith. Oh, yeah. Keith from Arrow is going to be there.
Really?
Yep. He hangs out with us every year.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's a great opportunity for our listeners if you're interested in buying a used truck. I mean, you got us both right there in the same place where you can talk to the recruiter and you can talk to the truck salesman if and it's really good.
Do you think he could do some credit apps or something like that while he's there? See
if
he
does.
Can get approved?
I think he does.
There you go. One-stop shop.
Yeah, it is. It really is. He's been doing it for years. John McCormick's in the beauty contest.
Yeah. Beauty
which
pageant.
Is nice. I don't know. I think I heard they moved that location. No? Same location, Annabelle? Okay. Maybe same spot. But John is awesome. I mean, he does it every year, and he's always adding a little bit more to it. He's got that Kenworth truck. I forget what your model is, but it is sharp now. I mean,
he's taking home some kind of prize every time he's entered, right?
It's like the Smoking Bandit theme.
Well, that's what his truck's name is Bandit.
Yeah. Right. Have you watched Smoking the Bandit?
Duh. I thought it was a prerequisite to work here.
It is.
Honestly.
Well, I had somebody here that didn't watch it.
Yeah. I heard about that, actually.
Yeah.
That's weird. I wonder if they
He's
still
not
work
here
here
anymore.
Oh, I thought that was Annabelle.
No.
Oh. Okay.
Also, giveaways.
Yeah.
Got a lot of giveaways. So you come by, you sign up for the giveaways, and we've got 3 big Arctic ultralight hard shell coolers. And they got they're wrapped with Oakley on them.
Oh, nice. And put a lot of bottled water in there.
Yep.
I'm sure that's all that's going to be in there.
They'll probably be full, if I was guessing. So, great time. Great.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. March the 27th through the 29th in Louisville, Kentucky. So, if anybody is around Louisville, Kentucky, any of those days, please stop in there, come see us. It's a great show. It always has been there a long time. So,
Yeah.
All right, let's get on to Cruz Medrano's episode.
Hey, I'm David Dunn with Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer, Arkansas's highest rated, locally owned, and family operated heavy and medium duty diesel repair and service. Certified technicians with the latest computer diagnostics to repair everything from Fords to Freightliners, specializing in suspensions, transmissions, brakes, after treatment systems, and complete engine rebuilds. Tired of paying high dealership prices with long wait times? Let Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer get your truck back on the road where it belongs.
So here on this episode, I'm sitting down with one of our owner operators, Cruz Medrano, right? Medrano.
Yes, sir.
And me and Cruz are going to have a good discussion of his success story, not only here at Oakley, but through his life. And the reason I drug him in here is because he came through with a new truck, and I thought, man, what a great opportunity to get Cruz sit down and talk about what's going on in your life. So welcome to the podcast, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for sitting down. Now, right out the gate, you got your own YouTube channel.
Yes, Cruise Tube.
Cruise Tube. I watch it too.
Thank you.
Now,
I appreciate that.
You hadn't been doing it as much lately. You're going to have to get that thing back going.
Yep, and that's why I'm here. So
Is it?
So this will re-kick it off.
Yeah. We'll, and I want to talk a little bit more about that later on in this episode. But first, tell me about yourself. A little self-introduction, family, hobbies.
Cruz Medrano. I'm from Arlington, Texas. I'm a Marine Corps veteran. Been around the world a little bit.
Marine Corps, so you were in there 4 years, then reserves.
Yes, sir. So I got out after my 4 years and joined the reserves after about a year of being out. Realized I needed something and went back in and did that. So
Okay.
gave a little bit of taste of both worlds.
You got family?
Yes, I'm still have my parents, brothers and sisters, and I got a daughter.
Nice. How old is she?
She'll be 19 this month.
Come on.
Yep.
Congratulations
Thank
there.
you.
Is she down around?
Yeah,
Is your family close to you
Yes.
down there, all in the same area?
Yes, we're all there in the same area.
Oh, good. Are all of them Dallas Cowboy fans or just you?
Everybody's Cowboys fans. It's America's team.
Yeah, if you're not from Arlington, you're in trouble, right?
Yep.
I get it. What do you do on your off time?
Ride bicycles.
No kidding.
Yep. Big wheel BMX bicycles.
Big wheel. Now, is that the kind that do the dirt track?
No.
Or trails?
No, we just social ride.
Social ride.
So back in the 80s, the GTs and dynos. Were you into any of those
No.
bikes? No? Well, there's probably a lot of people listening. They're like, man, I used to have a GT and it got stolen from me.
Really?
Same bikes, but adult size. 29-inch wheels.
Okay. And
Yep.
that's just cruising around town
Yep.
or?
We'll all meet up at a certain location and we'll cruise around 10, 15 miles maybe. Then finish somewhere, to grab a bite to eat and drink.
Pedaling a bicycle,
Yep, pedal it.
10 to 15 miles? And you're not broke down or anything?
Nope, sure not.
Doing it for fun.
Yep, that's what I do for fun. It's my socializing. It's my
There
exercise.
a group of y'all that do that?
Sometimes there's 6 of us. Sometimes there's 100 of us.
No kidding.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
They actually do it here in Little Rock also.
Have you got a picture of your bike?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I do.
Show that to
I will.
Annabelle. I want to see it too, and you
Okay.
put it up on
Yeah.
on TV on here, and I'd like to look at that.
Yeah.
It may remind me of some. My bicycle when I was a kid seemed to be always turned upside down on its seat and handlebars, and I was working on it. Putting the
Yeah.
chain back on, putting some bearings in it, for something all the time. 'Cause
Yeah.
we would ramp them, jump. It was fun. Okay. Now, let's talk about your career as a truck driver. At some point, you decided to drive a truck.
Yes, sir.
When was that?
I was in the Marine Corps, and they paid for a truck driving school program. So back then, there was the whole troops to truckers transitioning. That's when the war in Iraq was winding down.
Okay.
And so they offered all these programs, and so I just did it because it was free, and I had no idea what I was going to do when I got out of the military. So it was free, and I got my CDL in California.
No kidding.
Yep. Supposedly the hardest state to get your CDL.
And then once you got out completely, you just started driving?
Um,
Company truck or?
Yeah, I was a company driver. I had a lot of company jobs. I was like, man, I don't like this at all. And I would quit a job in a heartbeat. I mean, quit. And that was before the whole DAC and PSP. PSP, is that what it's called?
Yep.
That was before all of that, so they couldn't really keep track. So, I'd quit a job in a heartbeat.
Oh, kidding.
And I worked at General Motors, the assembly plant. I put up billboards. I was doing all sorts of jobs. And finally, I said, I'm going to go back to truck driving.
Yeah.
So got me a job at FedEx Freight, pulling
Okay.
doubles.
Okay.
And that sucked too.
What
But
was wrong? What was wrong with that?
well, it was a night job, and
Yeah.
I wanted to be a truck driver.
Yeah.
And that wasn't truck driving. So, but I knew because I wanted to be a truck driver, I had to stick it out.
Yep.
So
You wanted to be a truck driver.
Yep, so-
Had to stick it out.
I had to stick it out. So I did what I had to do to get that. I think at the time it was about a year and a half experience.
Yeah.
I was shooting for 2, but I couldn't take it. So, yeah, that was it for that one. And then,
When did you get your own truck?
I think this was in 2022 when I finally made the leap, took the faith.
So is this your first job as an owner-operator?
Yes.
You came to us. So you bought a truck and came to Oakley.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, after FedEx, I went and I was pulling a tanker for a few years, pulling sucrose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big step to become an owner-operator, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Scary.
Was it?
Yeah, it
What
was.
was scary about it?
Just uncertainty.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're getting into. You don't know the business.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot to know. You got to know maintenance. You got to know the business side. You got to know money management. I mean, you name it.
You're probably still learning.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, really, you do. I mean, it's constant, ongoing learning curve of becoming that independent contractor on your own, realizing the truck you got is all yours now.
Yeah.
You're responsible for all of it.
Big difference.
Yeah. So, which is, you're in here because you bought a new truck.
Yes.
What was the first truck you brought over here?
It was
Tell us.
a 2019 International LT flat top.
Okay. Look good too. I know I've seen it from your YouTube channel.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that.
Keep it clean.
I did. I'm a neat freak, or I guess that'll go back to
Stickler.
the military in me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you wore it out.
Yep. I was getting up there in miles, putting them miles in, because here at Oakley, they run you. So, it's going to go up.
And you decided it's time to upgrade. What'd you get?
I got a 2025 Kenworth W900.
Oh man,
Big boy truck.
nice. I bet that's a little nerve wracking.
It is. It is nerve wracking. It drives nothing like the other one.
What made you go that route? And
so-
not get another used International.
So I knew I still want to stick with this for sure. So I wanted a new truck, so that way I know I'm the only person that's been in that seat. I know what's been done to it. I don't have to chase anything else, wondering why is this like that or what's been done to it. I know from this point forward what's going on with that truck. So that's why I went new.
Yeah, I mean I see this so much here at Oakley because we do a lot of first-time owner-operators. They buy their first truck, typically a used truck, get into it, and then after they're here a couple of years, 2-3 years, they realize hey, I'm going to get the truck I want now. You know, now that I know what I'm doing,
Yeah.
you know, I'm going to get the truck I want. And that sounds like what you've done. I can't wait. I want to go out there and look at it
Oh, yeah.
before you leave, because I bet it's sharp. Isn't
It is.
Yeah. When you put it, you got pictures of it too, don't you, Annabelle? Good. Talk about on the road a little bit. Me and you had talked. I think I talked to you and Jimmy, and we was going to do one on exercising.
Yes.
You big on exercises?
Yes, I am.
Are you?
Although the last month I haven't been able to do what I want to do, but yes, I'm big on exercising. I run regularly, jump rope regularly, box regularly. So
You do all this while you're at home, or?
at home, sometimes on the road. On the road is really hard.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not safe. That's the main one. I don't do anything out there because it's not safe.
Yeah.
There's no
Limited places to walk.
Yes,
do
exactly.
anything.
Exactly. And then if you find a spot to do something stationary, then you're smelling urine.
Yeah.
You know, and it's really tough. There's a lot to take into consideration.
Yeah, that's something I know you guys have a difficult time being able to do that. I mean, that's
Right.
a challenge in itself, I'm sure. What else is going on? Got your truck, all excited about it. Got the wet kit put on today.
Yep.
Fixing to get back out there on the road. You're going to start up your YouTube channel, you said.
Yeah, that's the plan. I've been recording this whole journey with the truck. So
Have you?
Yeah. So when I picked it up and I was out there at the shop recording, so I will have a video coming out.
Good. I'm anxious to see that.
Yeah.
That, I mean, when you were doing it regularly, that was pretty good. You know, I'd look on there and I'd discover things about you, like your girlfriend's a boxer.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Yeah. My girlfriend, Carmen Vargas out of Houston, Texas. She's a professional boxer. And I'm in it to win it with her. I mean,
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I'm in her corner.
Are you?
Yeah. I'm her water boy.
Somebody got to be.
Yeah. So
Well, you're probably her sparring partner too, ain't you?
I'm not on her level yet. We're talking professional level.
Man.
So I do it for health and fitness exercise.
Yeah.
She does it for that's
A
her
living.
life. That's her life.
How many times she box a year? Or
Pro fights, you mean?
yeah.
Could be a few times.
Really?
A few times a year, maybe, if she's lucky. Shady business.
I bet it is.
Yeah.
I bet it is something else. Probably hard to get
Oh yeah,
a fight.
it is.
Okay. All right. You know, you can always, I get bad sidetracked. Annabelle looks at me like, good grief, get back on track here. That's all right. Driving a truck, working at Oakley. What's your experience been? Pulling a dump trailer, I should have said that in the beginning.
Yes.
You've always pulled an end dump with us.
Yes.
Tell our listeners out there, especially our owner-operators or company drivers, I mean, what's the best and the worst thing about pulling a dump trailer working for Oakley?
It's work.
Yep.
It's not easy. It's actually frustrating sometimes.
What is?
Dealing with end dump stuff.
Okay.
Pulling
like,
the
like
pulling,
what?
The pulling part is no problem. I'm talking the loading and unloading is the pain.
Explain that a little bit, like some of your situations.
Well, you got to be able to climb on top of a trailer,
Yep.
so you got to be somewhat physical fit. So if you're chugging down them Bubba mugs, you know, it probably ain't gonna work for you. So, which is why I try to stay fit. Sometimes the stuff's piled on top of there. You got to do some shoveling, some moving. You got to worry about the loader smashing your trailer. Then you got to worry about calling somebody and reporting it, and it's a lot. And that's just loading. Same thing with unloading. You might not have nowhere level, nowhere safe. Stuff doesn't come out. Then you're shoveling again. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot of work.
Well, why are you doing it?
Shoot. I don't know.
Because it's let you buy a brand new W900.
Yeah, that's why.
That's why.
Yeah, that is why. I stuck with it, and here I am buying a brand new truck.
Yeah. You know, it's. I'm glad you say that, because there are challenges in this job.
Yeah,
There are
absolutely.
definitely challenges along with rewards,
Right.
but definitely challenges when it comes to pulling a dump trailer. I mean, what else would you be doing if you wasn't driving a truck?
I really don't know. So this little brief period when I did sell my other truck, I took into consideration not buying another one.
Mm-hmm.
I said, let me see what's going to happen. So that little time off made me really realize I belong behind the wheel.
Really?
Yes, it really did. I was going nuts. I didn't know what to do. I like being on the road. Yeah. It's really got to be in you for the passion of truck driving.
What's the biggest challenge of being a truck driver right now?
Man, there's
traffic.
Traffic is a big one. I don't know what's happened in the last 3 years, but these people are driving like maniacs out there. I mean, it's bad. And it's not just everyone says that like, man, they drive like maniacs here. It's like this everywhere.
Really?
Everywhere. Small towns too.
People not paying attention.
Driving like maniacs. I'm serious.
I understand. I mean, I believe you. I see it every day, and I'm not on there very, very long on the interstate. 20, 30 miles, and I see it happening.
Yep.
I don't know how you guys deal with it.
I don't know
every
either.
day. You got to be on your game.
Yeah, absolutely do.
I mean, watching all constantly, front and back, side. I mean, you got to be on your game. Now, this truck's going to be a little different for you to drive, isn't it?
It already. Immediately you can
just now hit me that the other truck was slope nose.
Yep.
This is a hood.
Yep. That other one, man, I'd whip a U-turn out of nowhere, pull into a Chick-fil-A. I get that thing anywhere. On this one, I'm gonna have to figure something out. Yep. But I got a refrigerator in this one, so I ain't got to worry about getting into tight places anymore like that.
Oh, good.
So that's a positive.
Yeah. This and you're gonna have to watch it when you go into places.
Yep.
Out of places, different places that you go to, so you can fit that thing in there.
Yeah, I've been told already by a couple of drivers.
What wheelbase is it?
280.
Oh my gosh.
280 wheelbase.
What size sleeper?
Oh, I think it's a 70-inch.
Yeah.
It's the mid-roof.
How did you get your weight so light? I saw where you come in here, you were 19,700 pounds with a half a tank of fuel. And that was probably before the wet kit, wasn't it?
Yes, that was before the wet kit.
How did you find one, get one that light? Did you have to spec it or anything?
Well, I started dieting, and I made sure to drop a few pounds, went running.
That's unusual for a W9. Really? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It is. To be that light, I mean, you've done something.
No.
You found a truck. I mean, it's just lighter.
I think it was just all the stars aligned, and it was meant to be, because I didn't spec anything. It was there
on
like
the lot.
that. Yep, on the lot.
And that I appreciate you doing that. Me and Corey were talking about that a while ago before we came up here, that, you called back and forth with all of us on making sure the weight was going to be right before you showed up.
Right.
And that was, we appreciate it. We wish more people would do that too, because we've run into some problems with that, with these tractor weights and all getting heavier. But
well, hey, actually, thanks to that was that YouTube video that y'all released on buying a new truck.
Oh, yeah.
So that was in the transition period I had of when I was like, man, do I want to sell this truck and not buy another one? Do I want to, it actually helped me with the process, with the decision making on that.
Yeah, I asked Megan the other day, I said, have you heard anything about us doing that truck trade podcast? She said, yes, my phone's ringing off the hook. I said, well, that's what it's for, to do things right. But if you hadn't listened to that episode, you need to go back a couple of weeks, something like that. You need to listen to that episode on trading trucks. If you're thinking about trading trucks while working here at Oakley, got some good input there for you. So what's next for Cruz?
Well, start making some money,
all right.
Get out there on this road. Hopefully I can get old Garrett to send me to California. So that's actually one of my dreams, is the truck drive in California.
Really?
Yeah. I've always wanted to do it. I don't know why, but I want to, now that I got a cool hood.
You haven't been out there?
No.
Ever? Well, when you got your CDL.
Yeah, when I got my CDL, I was stationed out there. But as far as truck driving, nope, never done it.
There's people listening right now going, no, you don't. No, you don't want to go out there.
You live and learn. Live and learn. I got to at least try it.
I bet Garrett can get you out there.
I hope so.
I bet they can.
At Aero Truck Sales in Springfield, Missouri, they take the hassle out of buying and selling semi-trucks. No matter the manufacturer, the style of cab, or the type of engine under the hood, they can make you a fair offer on your semi-truck with no games or gimmicks. They carry trucks from all the major manufacturers in the trucking industry and perform a thorough inspection of every truck on their lot to ensure safety and quality and give you confidence that you're getting a reliable truck that will last you for years at a price that you can afford. Arrow has partnered with Oakley Trucking and the Oakley Podcast for years and are proud to provide our owner-operators with trucks that meet Oakley's qualifications and each owner-operator's specific needs. So whether you're a first-time owner-operator or just looking for a change of scenery, give Keith Wilson a call at 573-216-6047 and let them know you heard it here on the Oakley Podcast.
Any words, if think about this, Cruz, there's a guy out there that is thinking about buying a truck. He's been a company driver for a while, and he's thinking about buying a truck and coming to Oakley. What would you tell him?
You got to weigh your options. You got to realize you're making a decision that you can't just walk away from. Well, I'm sure there's some irresponsible people out there that do walk away from a big decision, but you're in it to win it. Yeah. If you plan it correctly and take the proper steps and do the research, there's no reason you won't succeed. But you got to weigh your options. I mean, you're going to have to work on your own truck. You're going to have to find your own shops and mechanics. You're going to have to run your own business, learn how to manage your money. I mean, there's a lot to take. If there's a lot of guys out there that got families, that's requiring them to be home and baseball practice and soccer and picking them up from school, this might not be the best thing.
You're not coaching your kids' basketball team, baseball team if you're out here driving a truck.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
You might have a circumstance every now and then where you make it by the house, but it's not going to be regular.
Yeah.
So, let's see what else.
It's something we always try to do here is help them be successful, just like you. I mean, it's you got to take in considerations of the place you're going to go to work and what all they take care of, and what all do you have to take care of.
Right.
Just an example, we provide the trailer. At no cost to pull our trailer. That makes a big difference.
Oh,
when
yeah.
You're thinking about going somewhere. And all the insurances we have and the fuel card and, all those things that we have that you really got to dig down in the weeds and find that stuff out to see if it's going to work for you. But I agree. I mean, becoming an owner-operator there's a lot to it.
Yep. I wouldn't go back.
I was going to say.
I wouldn't go back.
Why?
One of the main reasons is I can do what I want, not to the extreme, but if I got some vacations coming up or I just don't feel like working, you got to get with your dispatcher, obviously, but there's no calling your boss and requesting and then him saying, oh, let me check the schedule. Oh, so-and-so's already requested off. That's the main thing for me.
That's good.
That's the main thing.
A little bit of freedom.
Yeah, definitely freedom to an extent.
Well, and it probably feels good when you're sitting out there in that truck. You're the one operating, and it's your business.
Yep.
You're a businessman.
Yep.
So, a lot of good things of being an independent contractor, especially with Oakley Trucking.
Right.
Which you've stuck in there.
Yeah.
How many years now? 3?
April will be 3 years.
Good for you, man.
Yep.
Have you you made any friends here?
Yes, I have made some friends.
Have you?
Yep, and some of them were the reason why I wanted a hood, because one of the guys that y'all paired me up with on my training week, when y'all kicked us loose, was with Big J, Mr. Hightower.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yep, and I rode with him that whole week afterwards. That first initial day, it was with Waterboy and John Boy.
Yeah.
Just a quick overnight with them, and then after that, I met up with Big J, and I seen all these guys with all these big bad trucks, and I literally was like, man, I want to get me a big bad truck.
Well, he's a big bad man.
Oh yeah,
I'm telling you, he's a big one. He probably just steps over in the trailer.
Yep.
So he trained you.
Yeah, he trained me. Yeah. So he used to have that the blue and white one.
Yeah.
That he traded, and I was like, man, that's bad.
Yeah. He just came back to work here.
Yeah, I didn't even know he left.
Yeah, he left, and then for a short stint, and now he just got started back up last month. So
yeah.
Glad to have him back.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if he listens to this or not, but glad to have you back there. Out there. All right, well, Cruz, I appreciate you sitting down with me, man. It's always good to get a perspective from our owner-operators that's happening right now that people can relate to. Our listeners out there that we have, I feel like we have a lot of truck drivers that listen, and they're in the same predicaments you get in, same situations you're in, and they can see success of just staying with it. Like you said, you're in it to win it. You got to stay with it. So I appreciate you doing that and giving us a little bit of insight to your life and what you've done and accomplished so far. So, man, thank you for hanging out with me.
Oh, absolutely. I appreciate you having me on. And
one last thing on the, what is it, Cruz Tube?
Yep, Cruz Tube. So that's my YouTube channel, Cruz Tube, CRUZ.
Yeah, get on there and check it out and comment and subscribe to Cruz Tube. He's one of our owner-operators, and he's going to be putting out some content for us too. So, hey, I appreciate everybody listening and watching. If you watch this episode on YouTube, we appreciate that. But I know a lot of you listen out there and don't get a chance to watch it, and I appreciate y'all doing that. We have a lot of just grows every week, of listeners, and just want more of them. Want to touch some of these guys out there, especially these truck drivers that have any questions about Oakley. You have any questions about becoming an owner-operator. You have any questions for Cruz, man, send us a comment, message. We'll get it to him, and we'll do what we can to respond. I appreciate everybody listening to the Oakley Podcast. We'll talk to you next week.